We preview the Tennessee Titans season and tell you if they're going to eclipse their over-under win total, and we tell you how you could win $1,000 in our NFL betting contest this season, and it all starts right now. What is going on, everyone? It's Matt from Grandstand Bettors, and last year we cashed on 70% of our season win total predictions, so we figured why not run it back in 2022 and see if we can't hit 86%. Now, we also were excited to announce our second annual NFL betting contest. Registration is now open. It's happening this year. You can take home $1,000 for first place. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smack that like button, and without further ado, let's dive in to the Tennessee Titans season preview. Titans, they have a season win total of 9.5, and the Tennessee Titans got absolutely decimated at wide receiver in the offseason. They lost both A.J. Brown and Julio Jones in free agency, and they were only able to replace that with Robert Woods, who, as we all know, is coming off an ACL injury with the Rams last season. They also brought in tight end Austin Hooper from the Browns, who will most likely get to see a lot of passes coming his way. But the focal point of this offense, even more so than last year, is going to be, again, Derrick Henry. This guy is a beast and was a huge loss last season when he broke a bone in his foot in Week 8, missing the remainder of the season and was only able to make it back for the Divisional Round loss against the Bengals. Now, Henry, he had 219 attempts in only 8 games last season and already had 10 touchdowns over that span of games. When he was healthy in 2021, he saw and ran the ball 378 times. The next closest person to him after that was Dalvin Cook, who had 312 attempts. With a lack of a passing game behind an aging Ryan Tannehill, they're going to be very wear and tear on Henry this upcoming season. And if that is their only focal point on the offense, they're not going to be in very good shape. However, this offense does know how to put up points. Whether Henry is out there or not, they had 24 points per game last season, and they did it without Henry for the whole second half of the season. Now, if you weren't paying too much attention to their season last year, they went 6-3 without him, but 3 of those wins, let's be honest, they were Houston, Jacksonville, and the Dolphins, and 2 of those losses were against the Texans and the Steelers. Everyone was hung up on them beating the Rams the week after they lost Derrick Henry, but when you really look at their results for the remainder of the season, they struggled without him behind Tannehill. And now they are without 2 very good wide receivers this season, and they could be in trouble, especially when you factor in the fact that they had 25 turnovers last season, which was 10th worst in the league. Now, it's only fitting that their season ended on a Tannehill interception after he threw 14 on the season, which was the worst since 2013 when he was with the Dolphins. The Titans' defense, though, that's another story. For the past few years, this group has been getting better and better, and last season they were very good as they ranked 12th overall, ranking 28th the season before. That is a huge improvement. However, their run defense and pass defense were 2 different extremes. They had the second best in run defense in the league while giving up 245 passing yards per game, which ranked 25th in the league. Now, it could not be more apparent where they need to improve this offseason defensively, but they simply just did not do anything to fix it. They only brought in safety A.J. Moore in free agency from the Texans, but at best, he is only going to be a backup to Amani Hooker. And they only drafted 1 defensive player in their first 5 rounds, which was the cornerback out of Auburn, Roger McCreary, who will also likely probably not start this season. The Titans, they had some more urgent needs like getting another wide receiver, which they used with their first round pick, and building their offensive line and getting a backup for Tannehill. The Titans really surprised a lot of people last year, especially when they ended up getting the number 1 seed in the AFC. but certainly that is not going to happen this year. The offensive weapons have diminished greatly, and their star running back, who seemed to be unbreakable, looks like he might be a little overworked. Now, their defense did improve last season, but their secondary is not great, and teams are just going to continue to throw the ball against them until they can prove that they can stop the pass. The Titans, they do have a relatively easy strength of schedule, the 24th hardest, but this is not the team that it was in 2019 when they made the conference championship, or really the same team from last year. We have a hard time justifying the Titans getting to 10 wins, so we're going to take the Tennessee Titans win total under 9.5 wins this season. Now, our previews continue all month long as we break down the Colts tonight. We almost forgot about them. And then we're going to dive into the AFC North and the Ravens starting tomorrow. As we move into later in August, we're going to preview the divisions and give you our playoff predictions as well as our Super Bowl champion. In the meantime, though, remember, don't forget to sign up for our 2022 NFL betting contest at grandstandbettors.com. The link is below in the description. We are giving away great prizes again this year, quarterly and in full. $1,000 to first place. It is going to be another great fun year on our free, yes, I said it, free NFL betting contest at grandstandbettors.com. As always, though, sit back, relax, enjoy the Hall of Fame game tonight, or if we're currently watching it, and we'll see you tomorrow with some more NFL season previews.